Hello, welcome to Episodic. My name is Andrea Allen.
I'm John F. O'Donnell. This is Episodic, episode number 8.
Number 8, number Yates, as my grandfather used to say.
Oh, yeah?
No idea why, but
he did.
Number Yates.
Number Yates.
Shout out to you, Bill Kaliniak.
Bill Kaliniak?
Kaliniak.
Kaliniak?
Isn't that crazy?
That is wild.
It is a Ukrainian ass name.
Wow.
K-A-L-Y-N-I-U-K.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. No wonder my mom kept Allen after the divorce.
Man, fair enough.
Yeah. So speaking of the past.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about the past.
I received something very peculiar in the mail. So I went to a boarding school, a fancy little boarding school for fancy little girls.
Okay. For what? Middle school, high school?
High school. And so I got an email from the Alumni Association.
Of the boarding school?
Yeah. Oh, very. And so we wrote ourselves a letter in 2004, and they kept them in a time capsule.
Whoa. So 21 years ago about?
Yeah. In a drawer, probably.
Whoa.
And so they asked, do you want us to mail this to you?
What?
And I was like, absolutely.
Of course.
My letter is just like, fascism will set in 2025.
An orange man will ascend to the pinnacle of power. All those who oppose shall be marginalized.
Secret prisons, Gestapo. Yeah, so pretty cool thing to have.
So this is a time capsule from a letter you wrote to yourself 20 years ago?
Yes, when I was age 15.
Whoa.
Isn't that nuts? Okay, so this is time capsule 2004. So it wasn't it's not a letter, it's like a form that they have you fill out, a Q&A to really shine a light on who Andrea Allen was at age 15.
Okay.
Isn't this crazy?
I'm intrigued.
So I'll cherry pick some things that I thought were funny. It's also like, it is an interesting peek into culture then, for sure. Like some of my answers, like one of them says like not slutty. And I'm like, whoa. What sex negativity was being pumped into my little brain? That I was
That's
like,
wild. What's the context for that one?
So idol, your idol, pop star, sports star, actor, actress, other. Also, by the way, scientist isn't in there. Come on. Did you give the girls the girl one? So Gwen Stefani was my answer. And
for idol?
Yeah, which is... I don't know that I've learned a little about Gwen Stefani.
It was a different time.
She's not a great lady. Christian now.
I don't know much about Gwen Stefani.
Oh, she's a prayer app. That's how far she's gone into fascistic Christianity.
She's got a little prayer grift going.
Yeah.
Prayer app grift going.
Just putting that fucking Ash Wednesday cross on her face. So my reason for that was not slutty and original. So,
whoa. So it was that Gwen Stefani was not slutty but original?
Yeah. Gwen Stefani was slutty.
Yeah.
And also not original. Culture vulture.
Yeah.
One of the OG culture vultures.
You were, 15-year-old Andrew, way off on that one.
Way off base.
Way off.
But like,
that's hilarious.
I know, but back then we thought she wasn't, you know what I mean?
Well, wait a second. In 2004 or 5?
2004.
Was this still No Doubt? Or
I think
was this her solo work? Because she really changed from like a more of a kind of heartfelt singer, right?
Yeah.
To this pop star.
And maybe she was, No Doubt was a heartfelt band, you know, and then like she was sort of feeding off of that energy, and then she moved into, I don't know, who's to know, but I think that was when she was wearing like the outfits that had like the spray paint, so I think it was still No Doubt.
Okay.
But then I remember when she moved into stardom, like that duo she did with Eve, I remember being like, wow.
That really...
Look at that cool lady with her black friend.
That one really got you.
Yeah, really got me.
Yeah. And then what was that big song she had? The Banana song?
banana song. Oh, I'm not sure. I mean,
It's
there's
like,
Holler
"This
Back
shit
Girl
is
bananas.
bananas,
Beat. That's Holler Back Girl.
Oh, that's Holler Back
She's
Girl.
not some Holler Back girl, aka not a slut that you can just bang and she's gonna holler back.
Okay,
All
yeah,
right.
she's not a slut and she's original. We
Yeah.
get it, Andrea. We get it.
So Gwen Stefani's brainwashing was working on me in a big way.
Yeah.
So activity you do, favorite sport or fine art, dancing.
Ooh, she's a dancer.
Ooh, and the reason why? Fun.
Hey, dancing is fun. To this day, that holds up.
Yes, there's a lot of, if you can see here, a lot of my answers, all caps, fun.
Hey, you were all about it.
This bitch loves to have fun. Okay, so there's I'll do one more of these category ones, and then I'll go down. Song "Like a Virgin" by Madonna. Okay,
It's a great song.
work, and "My Salsa" by Eminem. Do you remember
Okay.
the D12 song? My salsa makes all the pretty girls want to dance and take off their underpants. My salsa.
Oh my God, no, I'm actually not even familiar with that one.
not familiar
no, I'm
with
not. That's
salsa.
amazing. That sounds amazing. That sounds so terrible.
It is, again, wildly culturally appropriate.
Yeah.
Just a white guy. I think D12 is in it.
Okay.
So it's a little less offensive, but
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
pretty funny.
That's amazing. That's
Again,
so funny.
this is such a weird cross section for like a white child in Canada.
Yeah.
But I guess this is the pop culture that was really,
This was the culture that was taking hold.
yeah.
This was the pop culture.
My salsa. Okay, so then this is your personality traits. My main personality trait is energetic, all caps. And because I am fun.
You're an energetic, fun person who likes to dance
I'm
and have
so
fun.
fun.
People that are fun proclaim their funness
all the time.
all the time in all caps. You're fun.
And then this is, so for a little bipolar shout out, my second personality trait is impulsive because I am fun.
Oh, it's because of the fun.
Yes.
Oh, the fun makes you impulsive.
Right.
So you did have some level of self-awareness of the impulsive behavior,
Yes.
even at 15 years old.
I knew I had some wild and crazy things going on.
Yeah, but not because of, a chronic mood disorder.
No.
Just because you're fun. Yeah.
A lot of bipolar people are very fun.
Hey, bipolar people can be fun.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's so funny, dude.
My third personality trait is kind because I treat others respectfully. Okay.
You do.
nice.
You still are kind to this day. You're
Thank
very
you very
kind to
much.
people,
Thank you.
which I
And
think is great.
I appreciate likewise.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's just a line that I guess I filled out that just said crazy in all caps.
No context?
No context.
You're just like some blank space. You're like, crazy goes here.
Shh.
Don't tell.
Don't tell. Crazy. Impulsive. Fun. Dance.
Crazy.
What personality trait do you want others to see you as in grade 12? So 12th grade for you Americans. Crazy fun.
Oh, you want people to see you as crazy fun?
Yeah. First there was crazy, and then I moved down to crazy fun.
Nice.
And what do you think your main interest will be? This is not feminist of me. Art and boys.
Hey.
Horny.
Come on.
Horny fun.
Horny fun and art.
And art.
Art and boys. Oh, come on, you're fine. You're a teenage girl.
Yeah.
You're
am.
boy crazy.
I
You're
am.
crazy fun.
You're crazy, sexy, cool.
You're kind. You're fun. You're crazy. You're into boys.
Impulsive. Into boys, never had a boyfriend.
Okay.
Big virgin.
Okay.
Not kissing anybody, but dying for that special guy.
Absolutely.
And didn't quite happen. But this is my favorite part of the whole thing. What will be your greatest achievement in grade 12? Can you guess?
Meeting a boy.
Nope.
No.
being cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gotta be cool by grade 12.
I'm working towards being cool.
I will put in all of the effort necessary and do whatever it takes to be cool.
I will cut down other girls.
Yeah. I will backbite. I will do whatever I have to do in order to get on top and be cool.
I was president of my graduating class.
What's cooler than that?
Can I get a hallelujah?
There's actually a lot of things cooler than being the president
Absolutely.
of your senior class.
You know what's not cool? Putting it on your resume while you were still in college.
Hey.
Yeah. Voted by my peers, by the way.
There you go. You were cool.
Head to head against a boy, Mark
Ooh.
Aylward Nally.
Look at you.
He was also cool and weird. But I also think it's interesting. One, that I'm like, again, being like, I'm not a slut, but I am fun.
Yeah.
I love culturally appropriated music, and I am crazy. So I was really kind of like tapped in a way.
Yeah, it's like the underpinnings of Andrea's personality
Yeah.
as an adult were poking their head through the ground.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
you do change, but do you? I don't
Do you,
know.
though?
Do you?
The seeds were planted young.
Yeah, I would love a letter from you. That would be so fun.
Gosh, I can't even imagine. I don't think I have anything like that. Any time capsules or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea. Mine would have been like, I hope one day to lose my mind completely, have my entire life just thrown up into the air.
Over and over and over again.
But at the same time, still be like, I should be crushing it always, regardless of setbacks, and have that standard for myself.
Yeah.
And never relinquish it.
Yeah, yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. You
I need
gotta.
a time capsule to tell me that shit. I don't.
No, I mean, I will say being cool is both smart and honest, I think.
Yes.
Because I knew then how important it was to be cool and well liked. It really gets you far in life. It turns out charisma, kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I think that to be liked by other people is certainly helpful in this life. However, there's other people who are despised ubiquitously who also thrive.
But true, but they are also kind of cool sometimes.
I guess.
Who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows?
guess,
But
yeah.
it is there's like I didn't fully write that off as like shallow, because I was definitely picking up on the hierarchicalness of our society, and being
Yeah.
like, I will claw to the top.
Yeah.
I will master late stage capitalism, and then I will
Make it my own.
There's definitely superiority complex in there as well,
Yeah.
which is very bipolar / raised by a narcissist, golden child stuff going on there.
So were you... So you were class president
Yeah.
of high school?
High school, yeah.
Senior year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
So were you very popular for that to happen?
Yeah.
And cool?
Very cool.
Look at you go.
I did it, boys and girls. I was
very
the
proud
weird
of you.
I was the weird funny guy who came in and everyone was like, I don't really know what to think about this person.
But then
and then
you
I
won 'em
their
over.
hearts.
You won their hearts over.
Yeah. And
All right.
Yeah. So yeah.
So this was what year?
2004.
Okay, 2004.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to get into is we have talked about my 2008 Manic episode in Ireland.
Yes.
There was a prequel.
Crazy that you did Ireland. You did 2 tours of Ireland.
2 tours of Mania in Ireland.
Yeah.
2. This is the 2003 edition, Andrea.
Okay.
Which
okay.
has
before
been
this.
What?
It was before this.
It was before this. So this was
Wow.
2004, right?
Yeah.
So I'm now in Ireland starting in like September of 2002.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm studying abroad in Ireland.
That's how you found yourself there. Okay.
For a year
Okay. Cool.
in Dublin at Trinity College, Dublin. It's
Great
called.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's September of 2002. Mm-hmm. So this is the build up towards the war in Iraq.
Yeah.
Which happened in 2003, early 2003. Ah, man. So I remember being an American over in Europe at that time. You were such an asshole
Oh yeah.
until proven otherwise.
Yeah,
you know?
Canadians had that. I remember Americans were wearing like Canadian patches on their backpacks and stuff
Really?
like that. Oh yeah, yeah. You guys
Cowards.
were fucking stealing our nice guy
that's-
valor.
That's weak.
Smart though.
Smart but weak.
Yeah.
But I remember like Irish people just walking right up to me and be like, "Are you an American?" I'd be like, "Yes." And they'd be like, "Did you vote for George W. Bush?"
Wow.
Just point blank ass.
Yeah.
And I was like, "No." They're like,
Yeah.
"All right, you're okay then."
You're like, look at me.
Did I look like I voted for him? Come on.
GWB was like our worst nightmare back then. In retrospect, I mean, he was doing some bad stuff, but
Sure.
like compared to what we got now, I mean,
It's
or
crazy.
maybe we just didn't know.
I mean, the war in Iraq killed like a
Heinous.
million people, low end, you know? So
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's all awful.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm there towards the buildup, towards the war in Iraq.
Question was 9/11 was Afghanistan, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
9/11 was 2001,
To tip-
was the invasion of Afghanistan.
Okay.
Then cut to 2003, there was the invasion of Iraq based on the pretense of weapons of mass destruction.
Okay, yes.
And there was an attempt to connect Iraq to September 11th
Yeah.
as well, but that's not true.
They really milked that shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. They
Wow.
really, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, regardless of if like the Bush administration was in on it for 9/11,
Yeah.
everything they wanted to do, they got to do because of 9/11.
Yeah. Cheney
Like
got
their
in there.
modus operandi got put into place because 9/11 happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is, John.
We'll just throw that out there.
Isn't that
Yeah.
convenient?
Yeah. So okay. So let's see. I'm in Dublin. I'm studying. I'm like, so okay. This is 2002 into 2003. My first episode was a couple years before that. It was my first time having a manic and depressed episode, right? So now I was able to go back. I was able to kind of like rebuild things, go back to school in the States. Now I get to do this great thing. I get to go study in Ireland, right?
Yeah.
So I'm studying in Ireland and I'm just like, okay, we're just moving forward with our life. This whole bipolar thing, that's in the past. This happened. I'm just going to move forward. I am like not looking back. I'm going to, I'm not consciously saying I'm going to outrun this thing, but I'm thinking I'm outrunning this. I'm in Ireland. I'm living it up.
Yeah.
I'm 21 years old in Dublin.
Sure.
When
you say outrun it, are you kind of like, so you're not taking meds at that time, or were you?
I can't remember. I don't think I was being properly medication compliant. Maybe
Yeah.
I was taking them sometimes or
Yeah.
taking anything that didn't make me feel sedated or something like that.
Okay. And I remember you saying when you got the diagnosis, like your family had a really like sad, like your father had like a really emotional reaction to it.
Sure.
Like, so I think, again, we've talked so much about stigma. Like, did you feel as if you were like, let's just keep going and hope it was a one-time thing? Like,
Yeah,
I don't want to be
absolutely.
defined by this thing,
To all that.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Yeah.
So I remember I'm there. I'm really enjoying myself. I'm studying like political science and international law and theater. I joined this big theater production that's only open to like first year students and international students.
Cool.
And it's like written by upperclassmen, the play is. So it like allows me to ingratiate myself to all of these Irish students.
Popular.
Yeah, really popular actually, because it was actually hard for a lot of American students to actually integrate with the
Yeah.
European students. They ended up just hanging out with each other.
Yeah,
But I got to hang out with all of these like Irish people.
Yeah.
And they all loved me.
Talking about the revolution.
Yeah. I mean, there was one time I'm getting shit-faced in a pub with all of these Irish guys, students, and Sunday Bloody Sunday by U2 comes on, and we're all just like dancing and jumping like in like a
Yeah.
mosh pit to that song together.
Yeah.
And like years later, I was like, oh, that was probably an atypical experience for an American to have.
Yeah. You were in.
But I was also doing stand-up
Oh,
in
really?
Dublin
At
too.
that point?
Yeah. I'd already been doing stand-up for about a year in
Okay.
America.
College.
In college, yeah. So I was doing stand-up, and I remember because I had this fish out of water sort of perspective that I was actually kind of getting funny at stand-up. It was the first time I really felt like I was kind of getting my legs a little bit.
What a feeling.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Because I I remember at the time everybody like hated me so much because I was an American, because like they thought I was such an asshole. But I would call them out. I'd be like, you guys are like telling me how much you hate America, but you're wearing like a full Levi's denim jean outfit and you're smoking Marlboro Light cigarettes and you're drinking Budweiser, eating McDonald's. You're like more American than I've ever been. You know? And they liked me calling them out on their hypocrisy.
Of course.
And it would kind of get laughs and stuff like that.
Yeah, America was such a cultural leader in the world for so long. And
Sure.
so we loved you. We hated you. We had a real, as Canadians have especially tenuous feeling about you guys, but
yeah, everybody loves our, our culture, our entertainment and stuff like that. But it is funny to be yelled at somebody about America when they're wearing like a Levi's denim suit.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just like, I'm like, you're more American than I've ever been. You know?
Yeah. I mean, when you're the superpower, you're going to get, no one likes number one. That's just how it is. But the world standing of America now, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like our entertainment industry is still, for whatever that means, is still applauded.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
not.
I'm
I don't
not
know.
sure.
I don't know. I mean, I think so much of popular culture, unfortunately, at least right now, is in a sad state of affairs.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
But what I do know is that I wrote a one-act play,
Of course,
during my time at Trinity.
Johnny O'Donnell loves writing a one-man thing.
Yeah, leading up to all this stuff right now is me in Dublin before this Manic episode takes hold, right?
Okay.
So I'm clicking on all cylinders. I'm doing stand-up in Dublin. I'm making friends with all the Irish kids. I'm in a play. I wrote a play called De-Evolved Death of the Fascist Left, an unwanted tribute to Amri Baraka. Super pretentious.
Yeah.
It's an adaptation of a play called Dutchman by Leroy Jones, who then soon changed his name to Amri Baraka.
Okay.
And it's basically his play, Dutchman, is about a young black man who basically decides to integrate himself into mainstream white culture to like better get along. And he ends up getting killed by this white woman with red hair who symbolizes like the devil.
Yeah.
So I wrote it's a very, very brief synopsis of a brilliant, brilliant play. But I did an adaptation of it where it was a young man who was like defining himself as a politically radical person, but then was like going to just go into the mainstream and get a corporate job because he needed to kind of just make his way. And then he ends up getting killed by this woman with red hair who represents the devil.
Got it. That's not the millennial story.
Yeah.
You know?
So it was called De-Evolved Death of the Fascist Left, an unwanted tribute to Amri Baraka. And it was called, it was De-Evolved Death because, you know what? I can't even figure out how to explain the title anymore.
Was this, do you think, because you have this reoccurring theme, or maybe it only happened one time in your mania, of a connection to Rastafarian religion?
This didn't have anything to do with that.
You don't think the seeds of like connecting to oppressed black culture were getting sown then?
I mean, my intuition is that that's not the case in this situation. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I just know I was very struck by that play and how good it is, Dutchman.
Yeah.
And so I wrote De-Evolved Death of the Fascist Left, an unwanted tribute to Amri Baraka. The reason it's called an unwanted tribute is because when Leroy Jones changed his name to Amri Baraka, it was because he was part of the Black separatist movement, which wanted like African Americans to move back to Africa and separate from America.
Marcus Garvey, was that part of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, so he wouldn't want my tribute, because I'm white. So it was called an unwanted tribute. It was being cheeky. And it was a de-evolved death because you can die and then kind of come out of the flames. Like you can like come out of the ashes like the phoenix out of the flames, That's an evolved death. But a de-evolved death is to then kind of become this corporate entity. And it was called the Fascist Left because it was seen as like the type of radicalism that is totally dogmatic. So that's why I was using the word fascist there. I think that's the best that I can track back and understand the super pretentious title that I came up with. But that play, unfortunately, lost to the world.
No.
Yeah, lost to the world. But maybe I'll rewrite it one day.
How are you gonna explain that to women to try to get them to have sex with you?
I know. I'm toast.
How are you going to say I was on the frontier of the dangers of radical leftists and radical rightness and how they're kind of the same thing?
You know what? You're right. It is one of those modern tragedies of mankind.
Yeah.
But this is interesting. So that play, though, did get put up.
Oh, yeah?
It got performed once at the Samuel Beckett Theater, which was the theater that was attached to Trinity College. And my friends Ben and Siobhan played the two characters. But the day that play went up, I was hospitalized because this was like March of 2003, which we will get back to. But I got institutionalized the day that play went up.
When you were institutionalized, was it in the nice hospital at that time?
Yeah, we'll get to all that.
Okay.
We'll get to all that.
Gotcha.
So basically, that's that. Then I get to take a nice trip to Belfast. Mm-hmm. This is now like late November into December of 2002. So I'm like weeks away from being manic.
Okay.
Right? I get to go to Belfast. I make friends with this girl, Alex O'Neill. Mm-hmm. Her family is like a big family in Belfast. They like show me all of the murals. They take me around. They like show me Northern Ireland. Mm-hmm. You know, it's an amazing experience. Mm-hmm. They show me Belfast. And then I go to Donegal, which is where my family's from. Mm-hmm. And I'm with my family. I'm with my cousins there, meeting family members for the first time. The name O'Donnell is everywhere. It's like in the cemeteries. Like there's like O'Donnell is every place.
Yeah.
It's just so beautiful there.
It is really beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm having this great time with them. They show me these great mountains, these great like sand dunes. We're in this place called Carrickfinn. It's just a really amazing time. Like my cousin, John Columba Boyle, brings me to this house in Milltown, a few miles away from Burtonport, which is the fishing village that he lives in. Then Milltown, where my other cousins live, is the house that my great-grandfather, Patrick Francis O'Donnell, lived in.
Whoa.
Before he emigrated to America in 1909. So I'm looking at this house, and then we push all of this debris away from this rock, and on the rock is carved the initials POD. And the year 1909, and I'm like having this like emotional.
Yeah, this is so triggering.
Yeah, it's beautiful though, but it
Absolutely.
is. But it's also like, oh no, I'm too close to the motherland.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
this is dangerous water you're in. You know, you're hypomanic. You're connecting to the ancestors.
Yeah, so I'm not hypomanic yet. Like this is all like me in my right mind. Like thank goodness.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't like. I was fine around all of
yeah.
You know, like I was fine
nice.
in Belfast. I was fine in Donegal. But like, and then it's crazy because it rains like crazy up there, but it didn't rain for like 10 days over the holidays. I was there during Christmas into the New Year, and it rained like the day I left.
Because the gods were sad.
The gods were sad.
Yeah.
That Johnny O'Donoghue was leaving. His motherland.
The prophet.
The prophet was leaving the land of Donegal.
Yeah.
So I then came back to Dublin, and now it's like January of 2003, build up to the war in Iraq. Mm-hmm. You know, I start getting manic. I'm really, really, affected by this impending war.
Yeah.
Now it's on my shoulders. In part, it's on my shoulders, I think, to like really try to stop this invasion from happening.
Do you think, like during the pandemic too, I remember you were getting very, very deeply into politics and trying to like untangle the causes and all the different actors of this really complicated time. And like a big part of your comedy, and you were on a TV show that was about like leftist politics, I guess, or I don't know how you would define it, but you've always been a person who really like digs into politics and tries to find the truth. But it does seem like it is also like a part of what kind of sucks you into mania, do you think? Like, what do you think about that? Because I think conspiratorial thinking, quote unquote, or like seems to be something that people who are bipolar kind of like latch onto as a pattern. Like, what do you think about that?
I think that I can get real fired up about politics.
Yeah. And so, I know as I age, boy, do I become more and more politics guy.
Yeah. I think that it's weird because I think I have an ability to understand and explain political situations, and I can explain them in a satirical way. But if I'm too immersed in certain things, it's not good for my health.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that's just the truth.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like I'll do political comedy sometimes, but to be fully immersed in it all the time does not serve me well.
And I say that too because like there's a lot of comedians who are really engaged in politics who sometimes I think politics makes them go insane a little bit because it's so heavy.
And unfortunately, it makes them go insane a little bit, and it also kind of dries up their funny.
Yeah.
Which sort of sucks.
I know.
Where it's like, okay, yeah, I get it. You're covering the heaviest, darkest stuff, but you did start out as a comedian.
Yeah. It's a slippery slope. A slippery slope, yeah.
It is tough. But there's some folks where I'm like, oh, yes, hey, you're fighting the good fight. Fair play to you.
Yeah.
But
and incredibly
used to be funnier.
For sure. Oh, yeah. I mean, incredibly critical part of comedy is like reflecting culture. And if it's a politically tumultuous time, I think like it can be a role a comedian takes on.
Absolutely. You know? And I really do. I think about this like not right now. Like I'm really stoked about this kind of mental health advocacy comedy I do, or whatever you want to call it, like the solo show. But I do in the back of my mind, I think like, maybe at some point a little bit down the line, I'll do another special. And I'll call it like Fine, politics.
Sure.
You know?
I mean, you talk about politics beautifully.
Yeah, and I'll just bang one out.
Yeah.
You know, or something like that. But it is, in order to talk about it in a really honest, interesting, funny way that's not just like getting clapter. Is sure. Challenging.
Definitely. I mean, I remember in the Manic episode of 2020, my famous phrase to you, don't care to know.
I love that. At the time, I was like, Andrea, you should care to know. But I've grown to just totally embrace and love that turn of phrase.
Yeah, I mean, it comes from my mom, which is, I think, the sage of an older person who's lived a lot of life. And don't care to know is just like when there is so much information and anxiety flying around the world and our culture, which is kind of like we're in like a permanent state of that now. I feel like we are inundated with the worst and most terrifying information. There's this feeling of like helplessness, at least I feel, of like, can I help with this? And oh my God, there's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life happening. And you know, these forces seem so big and terrifying. Sometimes you gotta like put down the phone or the book and just go, I don't care to know, and I need to go for a walk or cut myself off from like information. I think I read this book recently called Don't Read the News.
Yeah.
And it makes a really good point about when you are swimming in a bunch of different information, you're actually not better informed. You're just sort of frozen with a million different thoughts. And the book proposes the idea of like specialize in something, like find something that you love and really like hone that skill set and become an expert. And then you're actually more useful of a member of society that way.
That tracks.
Yeah, but it's hard because you also find genuine interest in this stuff, and so do I. But
sure,
really,
and then there's like and there's the feeling of a sense of responsibility. It's like,
sure.
Oh, I understand this. I should be spreading the word about it.
Yes,
you know?
Right.
But it's like I find a lot of my need to try to fulfill some sort of social good. I find that filled by trying to talk about mental health issues.
Yeah.
That's all. It works for me.
Yeah.
Including this crazy ass manic episode in Dublin, Ireland in 2003. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're in 2003. And I've written about this at length in my newsletter, jfodnews.com.
Get on it.
Get on it, episodic listeners. So this helps kind of jog my memory about this mania. So here we go. It's January of 2003, and feel free to jump in whenever you want. I'm back in Dublin. I'm Manic. This is my second time around the insanity block. Within Dublin, I live in the neighborhood of Glasnevin. It's north of the River Liffey, and it's working class. The Glasnevin Cemetery is ominous, beautiful, and ever-present. This is Ireland's national cemetery, and I can see the Celtic cross tombstones outside of my bedroom window.
Whoa.
Oh,
Goth
dear.
as fuck.
Oh, no. I live with two young nurses from the countryside and an older guy who just finished working in some capacity on a presidential campaign for the Irish political party Fine Gael. They lost. He's bitter. He's never nice to me. I get along with the nurses, though, until I don't. That's my fault.
Okay. Got it. The stage is set.
Yeah.
The characters enter. Stage left, old man who's bitter and not very nice.
Older man. He wasn't that old.
Yeah.
Here's the delusional world in which I now live. Yet again, like the first episode, I think I'm the Messiah, but it's different this time. This time I see myself as someone who has deep insight into all of the angles and information necessary to run the world, to become a megalomaniacal overlord.
Whoa. Toxic masculinity much?
Yeah, on steroids.
Yeah.
Luckily, however, I have the grace to understand that even though I could be this god amongst men, Mother Earth can destroy me at any time because her power is unparalleled.
Oh.
Feminism.
Yeah, there you go.
I realize that I have to prove my humility. I realize that I have to give up all of my worldly possessions and walk the earth as a homeless beggar.
Very Haile Selassie.
We're getting
Eastern in there.
Yes.
Everyone's in the mix.
So, this is what I do. I begin to purge immediately.
Oh.
I throw all of my clothes and books, save one, onto the front lawn. The book I hold on to is Henry Kissinger's Does America Need a Foreign Policy? Toward a Diplomacy for the 21st Century. I perceive that this is the neocon's playbook for orchestrating war for the next 100 years.
Gotcha.
This book needs to be burned.
And you're kind of right on that.
I'm not wrong.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you're really kind of nailing some salient points along the way.
The underpinnings of my mania comes from a place of love.
I know.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I stand outside, I light it on fire, I hold it above my head. In my mind, this book burn acts as an effigy meant to rid the world of all evil. I let it burn through and through. I am the great arbiter of justice. Next, I strip down to my underwear.
Whoa.
And begin to walk the earth. It's January. It's cold. But I'm steadfast in my resolve to prove my humility to Mother Earth.
Okay. Question. Were there people around witnessing this?
This was like the middle of the night.
Oh, yeah, this is when I would do it too.
Yeah.
If I was going to burn a book and walk around in my underwear, it would definitely be in the evening.
Yeah, this was the middle of the night, you know? So this is true story.
Did the nurses know? So all your roommates are asleep for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, we'll get to it.
How awesome did that feel?
What?
The burning of the book and the underpants?
I'm going to say it was a whirlwind of emotions.
Yeah.
You know? It was, I felt very, I don't know if awesome would be the word, but there was something otherworldly about it.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe awesome is appropriate.
I'm like, I want to try this.
Yeah.
It
was like, picture burning this thing and feeling like you're ridding the world of evil. And then, like, in my mind, I was like, I see all the angles.
Yeah.
I can run this shit.
I know.
But no, I'm going to reject that and walk the earth as a homeless beggar in order to show Mother Earth that I am worthy of humility.
Yeah.
Come the fuck on.
You're like, I could be the top of the hierarchy, but there should be no hierarchy.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly. Yeah.
white supremacy. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. So my journey begins. Amidst the darkness, I walk the streets of Glasnevin. I look for any signs of life. I look for anybody who might give me food or money or a place to lay my head. This is who I am now. I'm going to play the part. I wander aimlessly for I don't know how long. I encounter nobody. Finally, I come upon an elderly man on an oxygen tank sitting inside next to his window.
Oh my God.
It's cracked open. I beg for him to take me in. In my mind, I believe he is actually contemplating my request. I can't imagine in reality that that's the case, LOL.
How scary.
He proceeds to attempt to close his window. He can't muster the strength to do so. I close it for him and I continue onward.
Well, because you're a benevolent God.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm benevolent.
Yeah.
Eventually, as the sun comes up, I see a big house with its front lights on. This must be my sanctuary. However, upon my approach, I become overwhelmed. My mind is racing so fast. My head is so full of energy. I can't handle it. All of this is too much. I don't have the fortitude to fulfill my promise to Mother Earth. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I'm in spiritual crisis mode. So what do? I take off my underwear.
Whoa, dick and balls out.
And now I'm completely naked.
Wow. Wow, you were completely naked.
Yes.
Out in public.
Yes, in the cold. I lay down on the ground on my stomach. It must be cold, but I don't feel it. I feel something completely different. I feel like I'm falling into the earth and dying and being reborn without fear. My spiritual crisis has been averted. This is a test, and I pass it. As I fall into the earth, a man finds me and shakes me. He says, John, 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 are you okay? That's what I hear. I can't imagine he actually knows my name. I don't respond. I'm in the middle of a transcendent experience. The paramedics are called. They pick me up and wrap me in a blanket. They test my vitals in the ambulance. They talk to me. Who knows what I say? Somehow it's determined that I was sleepwalking.
I mean,
They don't take me to the hospital.
No.
They take me home. The neighbors are nosy. The roommates are freaked out. This is just the beginning. More to come.
Wait, so that section you're talking about, like having so many thoughts that you get like scared. That resonates with me because when I'm in like hypomania, the amount of racing thoughts, like in the beginning, it is like awesome and exciting. And then it gets to this critical point where it's like, it needs to stop.
It's overwhelming.
It's so overwhelming. It feels like sometimes when I'm trying to sleep and I'm in that state, I feel like there's like electricity like running through my body. It's very, very like it has like a stranglehold almost on you.
Yeah, the mental and the emotional, and even it transcends into the physical.
Yeah,
it's a disaster.
Do you remember conversations with the roommates when you had made a return from your plight of as a beggar?
I remember that they were. I don't remember specific pieces of dialogue of the conversation.
Yeah.
But I remember that that I already was being. I remember that I was being loud all the time.
Yeah.
And that I was really alienating myself from them. But like for a while, they thought I was a nice enough guy when I was normal. But then when I was ramping up into hypomania and into being manic, I was just like yelling all the time.
Yeah. You do yell all the time when you're manic, for sure.
It's not good.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I get into that in this section. Is this good?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's mid-morning when the ambulance drops me off from my sleepwalking misadventure. The neighbors see the drop-off. The roommates see the drop-off. Everybody is uneasy. Glasnevin is a tight-knit neighborhood of working-class Irish people. This is not a place where Americans abroad would typically stay. Living here, I'm already a novelty. Now I'm a cause for concern.
Yeah.
Things are certainly strained with the roommates. Before this incident, they think I'm an asshole. After the incident, they think I'm crazy. They're not wrong. They think I'm an asshole because already in the throes of mania, with my ego inflated beyond all recognition, with my self-obsession and hyperdrive, I certainly don't have the decency to clean up after myself anymore. I certainly don't have the common courtesy not to play loud music late into the night.
Yeah.
I certainly don't have the self-control not to yell for no apparent reason. You know, and I wrote here in parentheses, like, yelling scares people. Over the years, I've scared a lot of people with my yelling while manic. I regret it. The roommates don't know I have bipolar disorder. They think I'm somebody who has been pleasant and friendly for the past few months, but is now an asshole. When the ambulance drops me off, wrapped only in a blanket, naked underneath, the roommates must think, hey, this asshole is crazy too. Again, they're not wrong. But this sounds ridiculous, but the tension reaches its apex when I borrow the Red Hot Chili Peppers CD from one of my roommates for a second time without asking.
How dare.
I lift it out of her room. Like, she's furious, and rightly so. I've gone into her space without permission yet again.
Yeah.
A violation. I need the CD, though. What she and the other roommates don't understand is that in my manic mind, there was a track on the album written specifically for me.
Here we go.
Music.
Here we go.
It's a message of solidarity, inspiration, admiration, and revelation just for me.
Of course.
By the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, sure.
The song is called Can't Stop.
Can't stop addicted to the shindig.
Yeah. To this day, I can't listen to it or watch the video for it without cringing a little bit.
Sure.
But in my defense, have you ever listened to or watched the video for it?
It's a pretty fucking good song.
Everything about Can't Stop lends itself to insanity and delusions of grandeur.
Yeah. Can't Stop could really get me fucking riled.
Dude, the video starts with like, it's like this yellow tube that you just follow all the way down from the POV of the tube. You're like scurrying down a rabbit hole all the way down for like a long time. And then it's like into Anthony Kiedis' face.
Yeah.
And then it's like the four of them are like on like a mission.
Yeah.
And it totally, and the lyrics, I'm not going to read this part, but like in this newsletter entry, I go through all of the lyrics and how I interpreted what they meant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even the guitar riff in the beginning of that is so like, it's escalating.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a point during the pandemic where I was just biking for, I don't know, 10 to 12 hours a day, just absolutely wigging out, trying to like escape my anxiety and of what was happening. And I definitely messaged you at one point when I was just like listening to Marilyn Manson in my headphones so loud.
Yeah.
Just like up in deep Queens alone. And everyone was like, yeah, be careful.
Yeah.
But like that type of music, when you're fucking hyped up, it really pushes it forward for you.
But episodic listeners, if you want to really delve into the madness that I interpret, this is an entry to read.
Another thing I remember when you were at Manic in New York at a certain point, I think it was an episode that was relatively short. I can't remember because you were back in New York, but then you returned to DC afterwards. But you were staying at my place in South Williamsburg at that time. And you were playing Bruce Springsteen so loud, and you were like insisting that I listen to the lyrics as like the sun rose, and I was just like, "Fuck off, John."
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No, that's okay. I mean, I was also so young that and probably like relating to you on a level, and it wasn't like I wasn't like a working class nurse, you know. I was also like partying, so it wasn't as big of an imposition to me. But I definitely remember being like, God, can we turn off Bruce Springsteen? It is 4 a.m. And
I was feeling it real deeply.
You're really feeling it. You know what? And who am I to stop as a fellow music lover and crazy fun lady?
Yeah.
Who am I?
So, okay. So then I'm back. So I'm alienated myself from those roommates.
Yeah.
I did that thing. We have to just double back. There's one other thing that happened during this episode. This was the introduction of, I've changed her name, but let's call her Sophia.
Okay.
Sophia is this French woman that I met when I was studying abroad.
Yeah.
And I thought I became infatuated with her.
Yeah.
Like, I thought she was my soulmate.
God, I forgot about this lady.
Yeah. I was obsessed with her. I wrote in this thing, like, okay, back to the fall of 2002. Okay, so this is like a few months before I'm manic is when I first meet her, right? So I'm not manic, but something's going on because I become instantly kind of obsessed with this person. Back to the fall of 2002, I'm not manic. When I first see her, though, I'm still madly in love. I assume she is too. After all, we're soulmates. We're twin flames. Her name is Sophia.
Twin flame should be banned.
I think it's beautiful.
From every crazy person's vocabulary. Every time someone fucking tells me that they have a twin flame, I go, get on meds. I don't want to fucking hear it with your twin flame bullshit.
It's good writing, though.
Sure.
Her name is Sophia. She's from France. She proceeds to become the object of my manic obsession for many, many years to come. If Daniel Johnston has Lori, I have Sophia.
Oh.
At the start, we become friends. We have a connection. We yell, super freak, super freak, super freak, super freak into each other's faces. To us, it's hilarious. To me, it's true love. To her, it's friendship.
Yeah.
Okay. When I become manic in March of 2003, Sophia takes on a very special delusional meaning. It's difficult and embarrassing for me to unpack this. Basically, I think that Sophia and I are supposed to get married, move to rural Ireland, and give birth to the Messiah. This is particularly weird because at the same time, I think that I'm the Messiah. So it's almost as if I think we're supposed to give birth to the super Messiah
right.
or something. I further think that when it's revealed to the world that I'm the second coming, I will be killed. This is okay, though, because my son is the true Messiah. My death will actually provide him with the cover he needs to move forward and save the world. Yeah, that is some number one dad shit right there. LOL.
I'm imagining you like commissioning a painting of yourself giving birth to yourself as Christ. And her like in the background with the, the halo, holding her arms up. And this woman has like no fucking idea what crazy shit is going on with her.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
The idea of a mural commissioned for Messiah gives birth to Super Messiah. Yeah.
I also wonder when you bring up a fixation, who knows? It's so hard for me to know during my like 22 to 25 time period. I was like enamored with a guy named Julian who was like a situationship of mine. And I really felt like such intensely strong fixations on him. I wonder if that was, me being like a young person who wanted love and acceptance, or I wonder if there was some other creepy shit happening. Cause I really was so I could not, my obsession with him was like very troubling at times. So maybe, who knows? Yeah.
So here we go. Every time I'm manic over the course of the next 11 years.
Whoa.
Sophia makes the beating heart of my psychosis light on fire.
It's kind of a nice compliment.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're so pretty.
Yeah.
Thank goodness somehow, amidst my insanity, I never harass her or scare her.
That's good.
This is a miracle.
Yeah.
When I'm not manic, I'm so humiliated and actually still in love that I don't even allow myself to think about Sophia. For more than a decade, I only message her once on Facebook. In my mind, the stakes are high. With every keystroke, my emotional core becomes more and more exposed. I ask her how she's doing and say that I hope all is well. Simple. Sophia messages me back and says that she is doing great and is happy and healthy. She asks if I have any plans to visit France. She actually still sees me as a friend. She actually would be cool with hanging out with me in real life. She has absolutely no idea of the insanely intense and grandiose meaning that I have assigned to her for so long. This is wild. She must be crazy.
Sure.
I respond by telling her I'm glad that she's doing well and that things are good on my end. I tell her I would love to visit France, but don't have any immediate plans to do so. Our entire exchange is quite mundane and short-lived, but for me, it's knee buckling. We're not in touch again. That's okay. So from 2003 until 2014, I burned for Sophia. Then finally, it just stops. I don't know why. I don't know how, but it does. I get over the delusion. I get over her. I still get manic, but she no longer plays a primary role in the insanity drama. She finally gets to retire. I finally get to transcend what can best be described as an 11-year psychotic soulmate mindfuck. I wish Sophia the very best. I'm not exactly sure why, but I'm sorry.
I mean, you didn't harm her.
Yeah.
I sent Julian a Facebook message. Oh, this is humiliating.
Oh, no.
I sent him a Facebook message once. I was also drunk at the time, so that was another thing that was in play. But he was into politics and introduced me to Marilyn Manson. Interesting. And Nine Inch Nails and all this goth stuff. And he really liked Noam Chomsky. And so I sent him a message being like, I also like Noam Chomsky. Never have read Noam Chomsky at all. But I sent like a Facebook. I can't even read it. I can't read it. It's so fucking cringe.
I like Noam Chomsky
It
too.
was so, you know, when someone just desperately wants another person to like them.
Sure.
But I wasn't. You held your cards to your chest with your just casual, hey.
Yeah.
Mine was like, it was so wonderful. Like it was so florally and pick me and just like, God, it was fucking humiliating.
Oh no.
Yes, and this guy absorbed my psyche for like at least 2 to 3 years for sure. But we had a romantic relationship.
Yeah,
kind
this
of.
is so much of this was just in my head.
in your
you
head.
know? One time I messaged her and I wrote as like exposure therapy for myself.
Uh-huh.
I wrote like, hey Sophia, how are you doing, buddy? What have you been up to? Smiley face emoji.
Hey, buddy. Hey,
Yeah.
just a buddy friend.
Yeah.
No other feelings here.
And then she wrote back, hey, John, with like a bunch of exclamation points. I'm fine. And you? Still doing one-man show? It's
Classic.
like, yeah, close enough, you know? And then in response to my question of what have you been up to, she wrote, let's try to sum up 20 years.
Yeah.
And then thinking emoji. Did long studies, nerdy glasses emoji. Became hospital manager, professional looking lady emoji. Had different jobs in hospitals in the south of France, sunshine emoji. Met my husband, 3 hearts around smiley face emoji.
Oh, no.
Had 2 girls, child emojis. Moved to a lovely city in the Alps, now working in a private hospital, sunglasses emoji. Built a house last year and trying to finish now, shocked emoji, sweaty forehead emoji.
Yeah.
So then I go, okay. So it looks like things have turned out pretty well for Sophia. I'm just grateful she didn't ask me what I've been up to for the past 20 years. Because if I was honest, I'd have to be like, thought that you and I were going to give birth to the super messiah.
Here's a painting I commissioned of me giving birth to myself and you behind me.
Exactly. Baby Jesus wearing cape and flying emoji.
Sure.
Went to the psych ward many times. Exploding head emoji. Tried to outrun my mental illness for many years, alienating myself from friends and family, as well as undermining my comedy career. Man shooting himself with gun in dick emoji. Finally decided to make my mental health central to my life, and I haven't had an episode in going on 5 years. Rock and roll hand emoji. Still self-absorbed though, poop emoji.
Very nice.
So see, that's something. It's like the silver lining of this stuff and getting to be a comedian is I get to make that into like a bit.
Yeah.
You know? Did you find it?
God, brother, this is one of the toughest things I've ever had to read. This is so
God.
humiliating. Okay. Oh my God. I am a little too intoxicated to fully type on a phone right now. Great opener.
Hey, it's honest. It's honest.
This is a brutally honest and humiliating. Young people out there, you're going to embarrass yourself in this way and you just got to move on. But in my truly retarded state,
Yes.
sorry, different time, I wanted to say 2/3 things. Oh. Okay.
Holy shit.
Oh, fucking. 1, really, who knows? The grammar is really at the window. Really for your own enjoyment, but yes, you are still irritability attractive. And I had a lot of trouble tonight maintaining my cool and not jumping you.
What? Okay.
Bracket. You see, this is the part where I make myself look like a douche, which is fine because I have done it before many times with you. Oh my God.
This is cringe.
This is insanely cringe.
How old were you?
Like 23.
Aw.
Oh, this, but beyond attractive, I know you have a great mind.
Oh, it's the mind that I'm attracted to. It's that great mind you got.
I want to jump your great mind.
I want to jump that mind.
Oh, and it was good to actually talk to you tonight. By the way, I'm pretty sure a conversation with me that night was probably like, how's the fucking like, I perceive that we're having this like
Deep
back and
conversation,
forth.
but it's incoherent.
He's like probably trying to get me a glass of water, but I think this was very twin flamesy of me.
Yes.
I thought we were like just destined. Oh my God, I was so right. Don't be worried about comforting me. It was just nice to see you. So I'm sure I was pitching some sort of weird crying. I'm sure I was like, you don't like me. Like, there's no way I wasn't.
Oh my
So
God.
fucking embarrassing. My number, even though you apparently know it already, is blank, blank, blank. So it's like this man surely has my phone number, but has not been reaching out because duh. What's yours? Wow, bold. P.S. Oh my God. I studied Noam Chomsky in high school. No, I didn't.
Ooh.
Truly extraordinary.
Ooh, yeah, just dropping the Chomsky right at the end there.
What a fucking
Truly extraordinary.
fucking loser.
This is crazy.
It's crazy.
Why do you torture yourself with that? It's too funny not to read. It's too
so
funny not to read.
I'm so far beyond this person.
Oh my
but
God. It's hilarious.
it's so I can't even like. Oh my God. And I was like, why didn't this guy want to date me? Duh.
I mean, how could he not want to date you? You know that Noam Chomsky is
truly extraordinary.
truly extraordinary.
Yeah. And then he had a great mind. I had a great mind.
He had a great mind. You had a great mind. There's great minds going around.
And they're going to bond, and maybe we could have created the Messiah.
The super Messiah.
Oh my God. Yeah. But by the way, he gave me his number. So
You got the number?
yeah. So yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. That relationship continued for longer than it should have, but you know what? Sometimes you got to take accountability for your side of a bad relationship, and you know,
Yeah.
I wasn't at my best for sure. All
Okay,
right.
so that is amazing.
I mean, it's fucking, it's fucking.
This episode is wild.
Yeah, it's
dude.
crazy. It's crazy. I can't.
Okay, so
Tough
here's
to
what's
know.
going on,
Yeah.
right? So now I'm manic. I think that I need to stop the invasion of Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm obsessed with the French woman Sophia,
Yeah.
right? Who I think is my twin flame. We're supposed to give birth to the super messiah, so
Sure.
that's cooking, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I also now think that I've. We'll get into this next part. Okay, so I get kicked out of that flat in Glasnevin.
Okay.
I get kicked out of the place where I alienated myself from the nurses and from the older guy who was into politics or whatever because I was naked. Because I was trying to rid the world of evil.
I burnt a book and I was naked.
And I'm the asshole.
Sorry, you have to get up for your early shift.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I'm burning all my possessions and I'm naked. Oh, such a jerk.
God, think outside the box for once in your fucking life.
Wake up, you sheep.
Exactly.
Okay, I get kicked out of the flat in Glasnevin.
Yeah.
Not good. I'm too manic to be worried, though. I'm too preoccupied with my newfound perceived reality that I am, in fact, the spiritual embodiment of the 16th century Irish warrior, Red Hugh O'Donnell.
Okay.
Okay, this is new.
Yeah, I haven't met this character before.
Red Hugh is a real historical figure. He kicked the shit out of the English
I wanna look
and
this
is a
up.
symbol of Irish nationalism to this very day. Also, we have the same last name.
I mean, the name really.
It makes perfect sense that I should be the one to inherit all of his powers in my quest to stop the 2003 invasion of Iraq and manifest heaven on earth. Still, I do need to find a place to live.
Sure. I'm noticing too, like a lot of your, so many of your Manic episodes are political, and you're on the side of the oppressed, and like wanting to stop the
colonizer.
The colonizer. Yeah, you were really ahead of the curve in that way.
Thank God. I mean, it's a way better story after the fact to be on the side of the oppressed than to be like actively manic and championing the oppressor.
Yeah, being like a bootlicker for fascism.
Yeah. Like, I want the British Empire to maintain.
Yes, the Queen.
The Queen shall rule over all.
This is Red Hugh, by the way, if you're watching the video.
Oh, yeah.
Cool guy.
Pretty cool. Okay, so here we go. I connect with my friend Ben. So Ben he played one of the roles in De-Evolved Death of the Fascist Left,
Sure.
Unwanted Tribute to Amri Baraka. Great lost play of the worlds. Okay, so I connect with my friend Ben. He lives in Jewish student housing. In an attempt to foster community, only Jewish students are allowed to live there. The house is big and beautiful and in Rath Mines, a trendy neighborhood. There's an empty room. I want in. The landlord is Rabbi Zalman. I have to convince him I'm Jewish, which I am. My mother's Jewish, so I'm legit.
Yeah, you are.
But my last name is O'Donnell. Everybody is skeptical. I get the rabbi on the phone with my mom. She proclaims my Jewishness. The rabbi is thrilled. I move in. I don't last long. LOL. I'm so manic that the first night I don't even stay at my new place. Instead, I roam the streets of Dublin singing Bruce Springsteen songs at the top of my lungs while I search for my soulmate, Sophia. Eventually, I get bored of walking, so I hail a cab. I get dropped off at Trinity College. I don't have any money. I swear to the driver that if he gives me his address, I will mail him the fare. He believes me. I never send it, a permanent mark against my integrity. Now it's raining buckets. I sit outside the gates of Trinity, leaning against the bars. I scream and writhe. I'm exhausted. I cry myself to sleep amidst the downpour.
Cinematic.
Yeah.
You're such a drama queen.
I am. I return to my new place the next day. Ben asks where I've been. I tell him I was out all night singing Springsteen. Weird behavior indeed. It only gets weirder. There's another roommate named Julian. He's a French hippie of sorts.
Whoa, my guy was Julian.
Whoa. That's a little weird synchronicity.
Maybe we actually are right about all of this. Let's get off our meds and find our twin flames.
Where are the twin flames?
Yes.
I'm off my meds.
Fuck my husband.
What?
Fuck my husband. This guy who didn't really like me in my 20s is the one.
Like screw my husband.
Yeah.
I thought you were like, also fuck my husband. I want to watch. I was like, what are you talking about? Okay,
I
weirdo.
want you to have sex.
I want you to have sex with my husband. Why? I want to watch. What? Andrea? Okay.
Yeah.
There's another roommate named Julian.
Yeah.
He's a French hippie of sorts who loves to smoke hash. When I meet him, he's wearing red Moroccan-style pants with patches sewn along the sides. I immediately say, hey, man, you've got to earn those pants. What I mean is, if he's going to dress like an eccentric, he better be an eccentric. Normalcy is forbidden with a wardrobe choice like that.
Kind of a fair criticism.
Those pants demand of the wearer an extraordinary kick-ass personality trait. At the very least, Julian better have some juicy and debaucherous stories in his social arsenal. Ben finds my comment to be hilarious. Julian has no idea what I'm talking about, which is for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. That night, Julian has some of his fellow French friends come over. Everybody is in the living room. Julian and his friends, along with Ben, play a soccer video game. I watch. At some point, I demand to play, but I don't know how. I just mash the buttons like a child. Out of politeness, everybody else ignores my ineptitude as I play the game. My manic mind races.
We didn't start the fire.
It was always burning as the world been turning. The thoughts bubble over. I can't help but incessantly talk to myself out loud.
Oh.
I ramble about who knows what, perhaps about my mission to stop the impending invasion of Iraq, perhaps about my newfound responsibilities now that I'm the spiritual embodiment of Red Hue, perhaps about my destiny to marry Sophia so we can conceive the Messiah. I honestly can't remember.
Yeah. One of the three.
Yeah. I do remember that Julian passes around some extremely potent French hash.
Fuck.
I smoke it. My insanity goes into hyperdrive. My brain is now scrambled eggs being struck by lightning.
Yeah.
Nonsensicality manifested. It is my complete undoing. I somehow, though, cling to a shred of narrative distance that allows me to find this extreme level of bonkers to be unacceptable. I become self-aware that the craziness that has now been thrust upon me is offensive, insulting, and all-powerful. All I can do is lean into it and turn myself into a cliche. So I go into the kitchen and I grab a pot and a wooden spoon.
No.
I put the pot on my head and I start banging it rapidly and repeatedly. As I traverse through the house, I yell, in a good way, in a good way, in a good way, in a good way. Out of sheer desperation, I have become a cartoonish depiction of a crazy person. I continue to yell, I'm Rabbi Super J. I'm Rabbi Super J. I'm Rabbi Super J. I'm Rabbi Super J. I'm Rabbi Super J.
Super Jew? Is
J.
John.
For John. Maybe Jew. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ben, Julian, and the French friends are all scared. They have no idea what to do. They decide to go to bed and stay away from me at all costs. They just want this to be over, but I continue to rant and rave late into the night. My energy is boundless.
Yeah.
Eventually, Ben calls Rabbi Zalman for help.
Yeah.
He shows up with a doctor of some sort. They tell me to get into the car with them. I do so. I trust the rabbi. He must be aware on the down low that I'm this special being.
Yeah.
He must have my best interests in mind. He and the doctor tell me or take me to St. Patrick's Psychiatric Hospital. I don't resist. A minor miracle. I get admitted.
Yeah. Well, okay. So when you were in the hotel in Dublin the second time, this is my room. This is my room.
That's 2008.
I know. It's kind of a similar, like, I'm going to be a caricature. You seem to, maybe you are fully crazy, but you are like fully crazed, I guess.
Yeah.
Or crazy if you want to, you know, if you're nasty.
Yeah.
But it does seem like you were like, why don't I put on a show where I'm so crazy?
Yeah. It's interesting. I think it was different.
Yeah.
The 2008 time when I was like singing the show tunes in the hotel room, my manic thought process was, okay, I'm going to have to act the fool. I'm going to have to pretend to be crazy.
The Joker.
The fool from King Lear. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to get out of this situation. But this particular scenario, I remember I was so offended by how insane everything was getting that I was like, oh, I'm going to lean in and just like, here we go. You want to be crazy? I'm going to be crazy. I'm going to be crazy.
Were you offended by yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting.
I was offended by the energy of it all.
Huh.
Yeah.
Pretentious.
I don't know if pretentious or just a weird type of self-aware.
Yeah. There's like self-awareness peeking throughout this one.
Super
and it's funny
weird.
to be like, how offensive.
How dare you? How dare I be this crazy?
Yes.
This is offensive to me. Yeah.
So why didn't I? Yeah, there is no internal logic necessarily to it, but it's a hell of a scene. Thank God you were in a spot that was like associated with like the school or like some sort of institution.
Yeah.
You know, where there was like a person who was supervising that could be called. Like that's pretty miraculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
and that you decided to go into the hospital. That's also
yeah.
a shred of luck.
So then I end up in St. Patrick's Psychiatric Hospital.
Right on.
And we talked about that a little bit in the last episode, but there's kind of like a bit more to it. But yeah, so I'm in the hospital and I mean, we talked about this a good amount.
Yeah.
You know?
The nice hospital you were in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was the nice hospital. And yeah, basically, so I'm in that hospital for like a month. Mm-hmm. And we could talk about it a little bit, or we could just.
Well, I'm wondering, like, once you're de-escalated and you're coming down, are you like, because you start the story with like, I'm in college, I'm doing an exchange year, a year abroad. I'm like, I'm moving on. That chapter of my life is closed. And then another episode hits, and then you're in a psych ward in a foreign country. Are you like, what is your delusion about, or are you kind of more coming to terms that this could happen again? Like, are you in denial? What's your headspace after you're like, oh, I'm back in a psych ward. I've had another manic episode.
Sure,
it's probably becoming more real to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I fall into deep depression.
Yeah.
And it's just, it hits me like a ton of bricks. It's awful.
Yeah.
I'm just completely floored and miserable by it. I mean, when I'm in the hospital, I'm coming down from being manic. Everybody there is so depressed. So it's like I have all this positive energy initially.
Yeah.
And I am like this positive force in the
Popular.
hospital. Yeah. I mean, it's like I wrote about it. Or like now I'm institutionalized. I'm in St. Patrick's Psychiatric Hospital for the entire month of March 2003. Mm-hmm. Irish people who have been committed nickname it the Pencil Factory. That's what they call all the psych wards. I don't know why.
That sounds like a name for a cool condo in Williamsburg now.
It does.
Yeah.
It's cool though. St. Pat's is the oldest private hospital in Ireland. Compared to my 2008 stay in Elmhurst State Hospital in Queens, New York, St. Pat's is a dream vacation. I can't remember the first few days. I'm heavily sedated. I sleep. I wake up. I'm still manic, but I'm not acutely psychotic. Slowly, the coming down has begun. My Uncle Patrick travels from America to Dublin, stays with me for the entirety of my hospitalization. For years after the fact, I can't talk about this display of love without breaking out into tears of appreciation and reverence. He brings me a portable cassette tape along with tapes, Astral Weeks by Van Morrison, Blood on the Tracks by Bob Dylan. He gives me Midnight Purple Hyacinths.
Oh.
Their scent calms me to this day. They're my favorite flower.
Oh, you like hyacinths.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And then basically I write more about the hospital, but we'll skip ahead. But basically I was this kind of positive force in the hospital while I was coming down from being manic because I had all of this kind of positive energy. But throughout my 2003 manic episode, I truly and deeply believe that I'm supposed to stop the impending invasion of Iraq by the United States. So now it's the end of March. I'm back in my right mind. Mm-hmm. I get released from the hospital. I still somehow don't plan on being medication compliant.
Interesting.
And the depression is right around the corner. And then the last excerpt for this section is about the depression, which I would like to get into. And then that's basically, and I think I was just still like, I don't know why. I just couldn't I was too young, too immature. Yeah. I just couldn't get with the program. I was so scared that the medication was going to just like numb me out and not allow me to be a creative person. Like I wasn't going to have my spark anymore.
Yeah. I mean, that's such a common feeling about medication. I've had that feeling about medication. I think it's like anything, like you have to really want that or feel, quote, the gift of desperation in a way if you are resistant to psych meds.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to really be like, all right, I've tried this every which way on my own, and I can't seem to live a healthy life without some help. So I get that.
Unfortunately, it took many years more and many more episodes before, and some serious loss. For me, that was just and that's obviously part of the reason that I talk about this stuff all the time is because, I would love to save some folks from having to have taken such a long, painful, troubling road,
Are you given any medication for the depression while you're in the psych ward? Do you remember? Because I'm sure you're like getting was probably lithium, some sort of mood stabilizer.
I wasn't prescribed lithium until 14 years into my illness because it really went out of favor for being prescribed. So all these years, the medication that I should have been on was never prescribed to me.
Yeah.
But when they give you mood stabilizers, it's to treat both the mania and the depression.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
So you're feeling better, but still.
I'm just feeling depressed.
Yeah.
You know, so it's hard. And it's really hard when you're like, you come out of being manic, you're depressed. Then you're on medication and you're miserable and you're tired and you have no energy and you feel slow and dull and broken, right? And you can't figure out, like, is it the depression that's doing it? Is it the medication that's doing it? Is it both? So, and of course, you just blame it on the medication.
Yeah, it's easier that way for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I'm sorry that happened. That's terrible.
Yeah, it was awful, you know? So it's like, it's April of 2003 now. Mm-hmm. The bottom has dropped out. I'm clinically depressed. In an act of undeserved graciousness, the rabbi and the roommates let me move back into the Jewish student housing where I wreaked utter havoc. They let me back in.
Oh, before.
Wow,
shout out to the rabbi.
Yeah. I'm humbled and full of shame. I slink into my room. I lay down on the floor and I cry.
Is it the same? So you have the same roommates, so it's kind of just swept under the rug?
It's not swept under the rug so much as it's just like, I guess we'll have this guy move back in. Everybody feels uneasy around me. I'm just keeping to myself. I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah, sure.
You know?
Yeah.
I now have an all too powerful grasp of reality that is misery manifested. I'm paralyzed by my acute memory of the insanity. My marbles have come back with a vengeance. It's certainly a strange phenomenon to lose my marbles and then get them back and be left to reflect upon how I could have possibly lost them in the first place.
Yeah.
We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
In other words, it's weird to be crazy and then not be crazy. It's jarring.
Sure.
It's humiliating.
Yeah.
Demands introspection of the darkest order. Also, it's almost unfathomable to my sane again mind that such insanity could have possibly infiltrated my psyche. It's a bizarre and uneasy feeling that never fully goes away.
Yeah. There's even like, not to this level, but when I go into one of my like depressive episodes where I'm just like I'm pushing people away or I'm just not very responsive. I'm definitely like an isolator when I'm in those spaces. And, like in part just because I don't have energy. So I'm just going to carte blanche, not respond to anybody because it just like feels impossible. But another part is like, I don't want to show that. It feels too vulnerable and embarrassing to like let someone into that layer, you know, again, like the sleeping all the time too, where it's like, I still harbor some shame from that, or it just feels like lazy or something.
You seem to put some judgment on yourself.
Yeah, and so I'm like, well, not only am I judging myself, I'm not letting anyone else see this, you know. And when you're in relationships, people see that, and I have a great deal of trouble like opening up about that. And then on the flip side, a lot of my relationships, not a lot, but one in particular in the past where I just wasn't medicated because I didn't know and I wasn't diagnosed yet. But I would have these like long nights where I was awake and I couldn't sleep and I was so upset because I couldn't sleep. So I would call my boyfriend at the time and I was just like so upset and like needed to be talked off the ledge. And I'm like, God, that sucks. Like, I know this person loved me and like did it out of love for me to help me deal with this. But like, that's so not fair, you know, or like that's such a big thing to put another person through.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't feel good to be that emotionally
like volatile
and needy.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I have a lot of trouble with that.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. You know? So it's like I wrote, my depression sucks. Everybody's depression sucks.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain it in an interesting way. It's hard to relay the details of the minutia without succumbing to platitudes. After mania, the brain slows down. It slows way down. It was working overtime, to put it lightly. Now it needs to heal. Unfortunately for me, the healing process involves debilitating emotional pain, self-hate, embarrassment, shame, exhaustion, brain fog, and a deep desire for isolation.
Yeah.
It also takes time, and that time passes slowly. Depression sucks.
Depression sucks.
Yeah. And there's a lot more, but I mean, you guys get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thank you for sharing with the class.
I shared my little excerpt.
It's great. It's beautifully written. This seems like it was a little shorter than some of the other ones. Like harrowing, but does seem like it got nipped in the butt a little quicker.
Yeah, I would say that this one wasn't. It was shorter than some of the really long ones, but I honestly, it was like January, February, and March. I got hospitalized, so it was like 2 full months spinning out, and then
tough.
a month in the hospital.
Yeah.
So that was a while.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as long as the 2008 one. But yeah, that's the prequel.
Yeah.
You haven't heard all of that stuff.
No,
have you?
no.
Yeah.
I remember Sophia.
Yeah.
Because that bit, that emoji thing you do is also a stand-up bit. So I've been acquainted with I didn't realize the
extent.
The how Sophia took root into your psyche for that long.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to see a picture of Sophia after the pod.
She's soft on the eyes.
Soft on the eyes.
Yeah.
One of my favorite new phrases.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What, you think my twin flame's not going to be soft on the eyes?
I don't know. Maybe it was her beautiful mind. Okay. Maybe it was her
mind is beautiful
her
too.
Great mind. Noam Chomsky.
Okay, look.
Etc.
We're working on giving birth to this super messiah.
Right.
We got the total package. Okay?
Can't be Uggo.
We got body and brains.
Right. The full package.
The full package.
Oh my God. Well, that was an interest. Wow. There were so many twists and turns to that fucking tale. I didn't know you got naked in public. That's a new piece of information for me too.
And this is an embarrassing thing. I remember then like the next day or some days later, when I would just leave the apartment in Glasnevin before I had to leave permanently,
yeah,
I would just walk out and there would be like kids on bikes who heard about me or something. And they were scared of me.
Yeah.
So I would just like take one step in their direction. They'd be far away, but they would just like bike away, like out of fear. They threw rocks at me one time.
Whoa.
And this was awful. They were just like, "You're a pedophile." And then they just drove away. You know what I mean? And I don't think they knew what it meant or anything like that, or that I was, but they were just like freaked out by me.
Yeah, you were the town outcast.
Yeah. And then I got out of there, and then I moved into the Jewish house, right? And then I went to the hospital. Yeah,
I mean, thank God you didn't expose yourself accidentally to a kid. Not that, that would have been your intention, but like you've gotten... the whole thing is horribly unlucky, but there have been some streaks of luck throughout this whole thing where... Yeah,
I feel very lucky to be alive.
Yeah, no shit.
So there's that.
I mean, during your episode during COVID, like there's been times where you've been in an episode and I've like dipped into it and then I've dipped out, where I've been like, all right, like I think I got you a hotel once in Long Island City because you didn't have anywhere to stay. And I was like, all right, I need to like make sure he's not homeless for a night, but then like I gotta like sit this one out type thing, or just like keep an eye on this but not involve myself to an extent. But the COVID one it felt so much more pressing because I was like, what if he goes to jail and then there's like they have COVID. I was like, it just felt like more like your life was in danger with that one. And so I felt a higher level of responsibility because of the climate,
Yeah, so it's so scary. It's so scary. It's so awful.
Yeah.
I feel awful about it.
I mean, you shouldn't feel awful about it.
It's hard not to sometimes,
yeah.
But that's why the reason that I don't feel awful about it is because I know I'm doing what I have to do to keep it from happening again.
Yeah, and also like I volunteer, you know what I mean? Like I volunteer.
I get it, but like you were saying, you don't even want to put somebody out to have to like listen to you be emotionally wrought.
Yeah.
So let alone having to like bend over backwards to like keep me alive.
Sure.
That's not fun. That doesn't feel good.
Kind of a hero. No, I mean, no, but I guess I understand what you're saying, and I would feel the same way. I guess I'm making a point of just like the dangers of mania, and so it is good that you put in place people that can understand the situation and take it seriously. Like you have put guardrails up in case this situation happens again. I think that's very responsible, and that's a good, why chance it, and rely on strangers when if you have loved ones in your life, why not put in a system in place? I think that's a good lesson to learn, because had you not put that system in place before this, then, who knows what would have happened.
Absolutely. And, I didn't put a system in place for many, many episodes.
Sure.
I just got lucky and I don't know. I don't know if lucky is the word, but just like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I survived it.
The cards fell as they fell. But
Yeah.
if there's going to be another lesson of any of this is don't feel.
Yeah. To anybody out there that, is dealing with bipolar disorder, is dealing with, psychosis, it is a good idea to have a plan in place.
Yeah.
And one way to do that is to have a mental health professional in your corner and connect them with people that you have in your corner.
Yeah.
So at the very least, if your friends see you spinning out, you have a mental health plan team together.
Yeah.
To at least try to figure out how to de-escalate a mania.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a great lesson.
Yeah. So it's like one thing that I did was that I sent a group email to my psychiatrist and to some friends who are on my mental wellness team.
The crack team of
Sure,
potentially
sure.
equally
Yes,
mentally ill people.
Hey,
Just
we're all
so-
trying our best.
It's so funny.
Yes. But to then, if needed, to be able to get in touch with my doctor to hopefully lay some groundwork to maybe get me into a facility if possible.
Yeah.
And, a bunch of gnarly things happened, but it did work out for my last
worked.
episode. And that's been like 5 years now,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It worked.
Yeah.
So do yourself that. And I would so much rather have a night of craziness than have you be in danger as a friend. You know what I mean? Like for me, yes, of course, that was like there were some scary things about that, but I would so much rather that than you not be supported. You know what I mean? As a friend and just, in general.
Absolutely.
It's a no question.
Yeah.
For that. So
that was, that was the 2003 episode.
Ireland
Part 1. I haven't even done a solo show about that yet. I feel like there's a solo show in there.
Sure, absolutely.
There's something in there.
Yeah, I love it. All right, John, where can people find you, follow you? Plugs.
Okay, everybody, you could follow me on social media at JFodLovesYou. Please share the word. Spread the word.
Spread the word.
About Episodic. Subscribe, rate, review, share, all that stuff.
All those things. Andrea Comedy 69 on all platforms. Bye-bye.